All right, Talon's Rock Band 2014. Let's go. I'm Alan Levine, aka Cog Dog. It's on my shirt, just so I don't forget it. I did a video like 2 days ago for this, and I accidentally erased it. And it's probably a good thing because it wasn't very good. But it's time to say hello. And then I realized when I did my video, I actually did the story last year about this guitar. And like Erwin, I just heard his audio introduction that he has his original guitar he learned on as a Japanese copy of a Martin. Same thing here. This is a Takamine, which even has the headstock to look like the Martin. And I've held a Martin. And this is the, what's the model? The F340. I did some research. You can look it up on the Googles. And Takamine didn't exactly get sued by Martin, but they got a letter like saying, we don't think what you're doing is a good idea. And so I think a year or two after this model came out, they went back or they changed their styles. So this guitar has some story. Also, my own story of it being the one I learned on when I was 15. To make the story shorter, when I told my parents I wanted to play guitar, I guess they do that thing that parents do, and they just don't give in to what the kid wants exactly. So they signed me up for lessons, and got me this really cheap rental red, white, and blue guitar. It had like an American flag kind of motif on it. It was freaking embarrassing, but they said if I stuck with it for like 6 months or 3 months or something like that, I think it was 6 months, that they would get me a guitar, and this is it. So like Erwin's, it's got a couple dings. It's actually in good shape, and the thing about a guitar when you've had like this is I don't know, you just like get so used to the feel that it just it feels so natural. It sounds corny, or maybe unbelievable, but it just feels right in your arms. And I know it's kind of interesting to pick up someone else's guitar, and there's just always something that's a little bit unfamiliar with it. So that thing about having a guitar for a long time, whether I'm just making it up, but it feels like it's something special. So I hope to do some stuff this year. My playing just goes off and on. Usually it's off, and you only get better by playing a lot. And one thing I'm trying, see, I got a little capo going right now, and I've got the Tabs app on the phone, which makes finding out how to play some songs really so freaking easy. So just to tell you what it was like in the ancient old days, maybe a minor chord. When I was trying to learn songs as a kid, I would go to a music store, find the sheet music. That's old too, like paper, and I'd look there and try to find a song that I wanted to learn. And if I was lucky, I could kind of cram one or two songs in my head, and I'd be walking out of the store going, okay, E, A7, D minor, F, A, and then I get outside and try to write it down. I guess that was kind of stealing or something like that. But now they're so freaking easy, and it's so good. Many places to not only get the tabs, but some of those sites that like show you with video how to play along. Or I'm trying to think of that one site that just it scrolls along and shows you the fingerings as the guy's explaining how to play. It's just I gotta say, it's just freaking amazing. So, but I just want to continue to try to actually just play what I feel like playing, and where I can try to learn some new things. So I guess one thing I had an interest in, and a lot of it is kind of listening to the way Brian Jackson goes about playing his songs, is he plays covers of songs, but he sort of he does his own interpretation of them, and I think that's the sign of an interesting cover. I mean, anybody, a lot of people can do like a knockoff and sound exactly like the Beatles or Name Your Band or whatever, and that's a pure cover band. But one of my favorite examples is the cover of Rusty Cage by Johnny Cash, which was a I'm already forgetting who did that song. Like a Seattle's, metal band from the 90s. And Johnny Cash's version was totally different. It had a different sound. It was the same song. It still gave homage to the original, but I'm kind of interested in that, sort of trying to find different ways that feel good to me to do my own interpretation of a song. I've been yabbering too long here. But good to see my friends already, David Carnahan and Brian, with their videos up. So I was like, hey man, got to get on the ball. So I heard this Stone song on my iPod Shuffle while driving, and I started to think, well, what if you tried to turn it out and played it more like a slow bluesy thing? So I found the chords in guitar tabs, and it's capoed on the second fret. Capo is a little bit new to me, but it's kind of it does open some new doors because you get to play. Well, you'll figure it out as the chorus goes along. But let me see if I can do this without screwing it up too bad. Slower. When I was born, crossfire hurricane, and I howled a mile on the driving rain, but it's all right. Yeah, in fact, it's a gas. It's all alright. Jumping jack, flash, gas, gas, gas. It's still fun to do normal speed. I was raised by two-faced headed haggy. I was stowed with a strap across my back, but it's all right. And I'm connected to gas. Oh, it's alright. Jumping jack, flash, gas, gas. Well, this glass will be alright, and it shall be a gas, gas, gas. And man, that's way too long. So later, skater.